Okay. Firstly, we'll go through this Snowflake part. As you know how Snowflake, as you said earlier, you have been went through the 30 to 40 days of session in Bangalore. Like you
Yes,
attended an online session. Like
yes,
you would have known like what is the history of Snowflake and what are the introduction of Snowflake and what are all things have been done in Snowflake and why Snowflake is so good in the industry. You would have got through these things, right?
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, I'll go in a glance so that it will be helpful for you as well as if suppose anybody joins in middle also they can come to this presentations and then they can look into it. If suppose anyone doesn't know Snowflake and joins the sessions, okay.
yes, sure, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for example, like the Snowflake is something like which is being founded in 2012 itself. Like they have came as a solution, software as a service solution in 2012 itself. But at the time, what was happened is something like they have only the data warehouse part, but they are slightly building the data marts and data lakes, and they are joining these three so that they can build a futuristic solution for each and every people in data cloud. So that is the first part where Snowflake has stepped in the industry at 2012. And then on yearly for 2014s and 2015s they are being generally available to all the customers outside. They have been testing their platform using the other customers so that will be helpful for them to find it. So from 2014 to 2020 they have built a very good product. So that what was happened is something like they have been came across the NYSE IPO stock. They have been came across September 16, 2020 they came into the stock. So in stocks they have been they are one of the marketplace holders there. Their growth was huge at 2020. And then followingly they have conducted few summits, data cloud summits in 2020, and even right now in future as well it's going to happen. But at first summit was happened at 2020, where they introduced all the architecture formats and how Snowflake is going to give you a business add-on value for your customers. So that is how Snowflake has been built, and then they came across 4100, and right now they have 6000 plus customers right now they have been handling. So right now, what do you think, Manoj? Like, what will be the revenue for quarters in Snowflake? Do you think? Do you have any idea about it? Okay, you don't have any idea.
I don't have any idea, sir.
Okay, yeah. Let me go through it. Like, if you see for each quarter alone, they have been earning around $360 million because their
Okay,
customer base is so high. They have around 6,000 plus customers, and they have a very satisfaction factor of 100% from customers, and they have been ranked in two of the most Fortune and Forbes global rankings, which is one of the
okay,
biggest ranking for business side. And they have very much different of customer satisfaction as well, and they have different listings in marketplace as well. And
okay,
their net revenue alone have been increased to 170 to 180% in
okay,
this financial year of earlier FY 2022 alone.
okay. Mm.
Yeah. Right now, what are all the things Snowflake Data Cloud holds is something like they have cloud. They hold about the cloud native architecture. Like
Okay,
they hold an cloud data warehouse, cloud data platform, and then data cloud. Like you can host it in different ways. Like if you have already owning an Azure or AWS link, private link, you can just use that virtual private link and then host. You can host Snowflake. Or then if you don't have any knowledge in cloud also, it's very easy
mm.
to host an Snowflake thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any questions, Manoj, or can I go ahead with
Mm.
the thing?
No, sir, I'm okay.
Fine. Yeah, as I said, they have been started as cloud data warehouse at 2014, and then they formed an SaaS model of workload and user expansion in 2019, and early 2020s they came up as a data cloud. like they have been forming an biggest software as a service product where they manage each and everything for you instead of you go and managing for storage and different things.
Okay.
And then what are all the things they have been the major parts they are covering in data cloud is there are three parts, that is access, governance, and action. Action is nothing but you doing things, like you can go into the platform, you can go and you can search into the platform, you can do things like you can play around storage, you can play around compute, and you can say you can check, you can hold system users, you can hold account admin users, you can hold user admins, and you can hold not an admin user as well, and you can hold some different clients as a shared user, shared accounts, you can have it. So those are all comes under actions. Like access and governments, let us go forward and check it, like what is access and what are things. So when we look into data cloud today, each and every information in the economy, in the ecosystem is very very important. Like if you see, for example, we had COVID-19 nearly 2020. So those information, like we in future we may forgot things, like we may left out things, like in COVID-19 alone we have different type of viruses, like the virus is getting mutated each and every time, and we have different type of vaccines for that mutated virus. So we may not in future, we may not get to know that we have been used this thing for this mutated virus. This mutated virus having this type of bacteria and this type of enzymes in it, we don't know that information exactly, and who are all affected with it, we don't know that. So in future what Snowflake does is like everything it is stored in it, right? So it is very useful for
Mm.
each and every customer to check each, and instead of going to different services and different platform, they can use only this platform as an every copy and thing. They don't want to duplicate it. It will hold each and every information whatever you put it in. If suppose it is
Okay.
an waste data you are putting in, it will hold it until you delete it.
Okay.
That is the cloud, data cloud today in our ecosystem. It's been holding on.
Okay.
So when we go to access, right, it is something like it has different type of like sharing without copying or moving, and it has some unlimited scales, and it has many for it holds many formats of data, like it holds CSV, it holds some other text files, it holds JSON files, it holds different type of, it accepts many type of raw files as well. It holds information, it access and biggest cloud platform for data science and machine learning algorithms as well, and few big data technologies also can be helpful in it. So it is one of the platform where it is the only platform where we can do whatever things we want. It is a marketplace where we can just showcase our things to customers, and we can pull in the clients for us. It is one of the data services application where you can give accounts for your clients as well, like you can have a shared account for your clients, so that even
Okay.
clients will be very happy for it. Even they can check out the data, what are all the things, and you can restrict the access. That is the main thing in Snowflake,
Okay.
to
Okay.
each and everybody.
Okay.
And governance is something like it is one of the thing, as I said, we can use for machine learning algorithms as well, and for few big data technologies also. It will for controlling the data, and security is one of the biggest factor in software as a service products, right? You we
Yes.
may think like, if suppose anyone is coming from other places or things, like suppose as I am hosting my Snowflake in US West region, maybe someone from London is trying to access it, it will block it, because you did not give that IP to overflow in and show in your website there inside, right? So
Yes.
it
Yes.
blocks you from, if you are logging in from different region, it will block you. So that is one of the major part, because no one from other states or other clients who are trying to, whoever left, suppose any client left you, and they are trying to get some data from you, it is not possible, that is that easily possible to get into Snowflake, as it has many multi-factor authentications as well, right?
Yes. Yes.
That is the governance part I need to know. And let us look into this modern data architecture. Like
Okay.
earlier what we had, like so as you said, you don't have an clinical background on what is data warehouse, data marts, and data lake, and whatever BA analytic tools you have seen. or anything.
Mm.
You said you have been trained in Snowflake from 40 or 50 days in Bangalore.
Yes.
So I'll
Yes.
go through this modern data architecture. What is the process before Snowflake comes into the market? What is it earlier it was there? So that it
Okay.
will be helpful for you if suppose
Mm.
not only Snowflake, if you are moving to some other project post Snowflake as well,
Mm.
it will be helpful for you. Like these are all
Mm.
the things earlier it was there, and currently
Mm.
Snowflake came up with these things. And then if suppose any new technology, not only Snowflake, if any new partner is going to come up, you can easily get on from modern to Snowflake, Snowflake to new tools, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So with respect to modern data architecture, right, like earlier,
Yeah.
we have different type of data sources. Like we have transactional protocol oltp databases, and then we have enterprise applications. Like for example, you are using Amazon and you are just
Mm.
trying to search for a product, and you did not buy it, you just kept in your cart and come back. That is an enterprise application. That is an application which you are just going and searching in a website. That's it, right? You are not going and
Yes. Yes.
going to, you are not giving any personal information of you.
Yes. Yes.
So that is going and searching just a product. But what will
Yeah.
happen post your search, in wherever you go, like if you go to YouTube or if you go to any other
Mm.
place, that product will
Mm.
get displayed there. Is it correct?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that is kind of information which we get from enterprise applications. Those are all
Mm.
information which we get from enterprise, and few
Like
information about.
based on our search result, like
Yeah,
what we
yes,
searched before. Yes.
yes, Manoj. Yeah. And few more information is something like third party application information. Like suppose maybe if you think, right, you would have used one of the application for food ordering, like Swiggy or Zomato.
Mm.
Like when
Mm.
you go there, when you go for payment, you will get different application partners, right? Phone Pay, Google Pay,
Yes. Yes.
you want to
Yes.
pay it with card,
Yes.
or you want to pay it with
Yes.
thing. Those are all third party
Yes.
applications. These are all not
Mm.
built in with Swiggy. It has been
Mm.
integrated with Swiggy. That's it. So those are
Yes.
all
Yes.
called
Yes.
third party applications being integrated with one of the application. And
Yes.
a few more things is like web or log data. Like what are all you are searching, and what logs have been came up. Like if suppose you are searching it, you're trying to search a website, it is throwing an error called 404 at the page is not found, or due to your internet issue. So those things all, it is logged, and then it will be captured. So that what each and every application will ensure is something like, if you are trying to search for Amazon at peak hours, it will try to
Mm.
ensure like each and everybody should see the same type of information, instead of
Mm.
not dragging the information, not lagging the information, or no information should be lost between two. No not legal information should be present between both of the application users.
Mm.
So if you are
Yes.
trying for use one link, both of the person should see the same page, which doesn't mean like I was seeing different page, you are seeing different page. It should not be there.
Mm.
So that is the
Mm.
reason each and every log data will get captured. Based on their log data and things, they develop their applications.
Okay.
Yeah. And few more some other data we can get, like we can get it from some client information from they entering it. Like if you go on, if you want to sign up, you will go and enter it, right? Those are all other
Yes. Yes.
informations. Yeah.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, these are all data sources, like from where we will get the data. And
Mm.
post we get the data, right? What will happen is
Mm.
something like, we have three different parts in modern data architecture. That is data warehouse, data marts, data lake. So if
Okay.
you, yeah, if you think about data warehouse, it is something like which will just store your information. It acts as a platform as a service model, where it will just hold all the information whatever you want. Like for
Mm.
example, I'm getting a few data from uncompressed or unordered data from oltp or enterprise application and third party data. So we will do few ETL process here. Like we will extract the data from these data sources. We will
Mm.
transform this data and we'll load this data. For example,
Mm.
when you are trying to sign up in Amazon or Swiggy or any website, what you will what are all informations you give up, Manoj? Can you tell me what
A phone
informations?
number,
Yeah.
name,
Okay.
phone number,
Yeah.
mail ID,
Yeah. Okay.
Address.
address, and few other name things you would have
Uh,
given.
yes, yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
think more rather than this, you don't give any information, right?
yes, right.
Yeah. So if suppose you are entering it from enterprise application only, this name, phone number, email ID, and address.
Mm,
So those
mm,
things all will come to ETL part. This
mm,
ETL, what there are many tools in ETL. If you come
mm,
to ETL itself, it is one of again a C in SQL. Like there
mm,
are many tools in ETL called SAP. There are SAP tools, and there are
mm.
you know this. Mm, I hope this. I,
Informatica.
yeah, Informatica. Yeah, that's what I'm coming up. Yeah, Informatica and
Mm,
Cognos. It's also an ETL tool.
okay,
Yeah, there are
okay.
many tools in ETL itself. So what are all these ETL tools will does is something like it will get
Mm,
information from enterprise application, and
mm,
it will just extract all the information whatever you have given. It will transform it. Like how it will transform is one of the biggest part. Like a company will does not store your information until it has your join date, or it has been your account is created on, your account is updated on. These informations are mandatory information for an company, because in future if you are suppose coming and you are saying like my password is not changed, but it is not trying me to log in, you are coming to an company and giving in false accusation on it. It will just go through into this databases, and it will check, and it will say like your account was created on this date, and your password was changed on this date, and your current password is this. So it needs to hold that information, right? That is where the biggest part lies is ETL. You're getting it, Manoj? Hello, Manoj, are you there? I could not hear you. Can you ping in the chat, because I could not hear you?
connected.
Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me now, Manoj?
Yeah, yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the biggest ETL part is something like when you just enter your name, phone number, and things alone, right? It will
Yeah.
not you are not entering, like you are not giving your created date information, you are not giving your modified date information, or you are not passing any which who as a person, what is your user ID, you are not going to give it. So these are all things will get generated.
Yes.
Okay, these are all
Mm.
things will get generated, and it will load into a databases. That is the biggest part what Informatica or Cognos or other ETL tools will do. It will help
Yeah,
you
yeah.
to transform the data and whatever things you need, and
Mm.
then it load into the database. And one more thing you will
Extract in
do
the
is
sense. Extract in the sense. What, sir? Extract in the sense.
extract is something like you have this enterprise application, right? It will just
Yes.
extract the data from there. It will get the
Okay.
data from there,
Oh, it will get the
and it
data from the trans. Oh, got it. Got it.
yeah,
Transform
it
in
will
the
get
sense. It transform in the sense.
transform in the sense, if suppose for example let us
Oh,
think one way, like if
oh.
you are trying to enter your username,
Mm.
which for example you think like you have an auto generated username from
Okay.
Amazon or any other website. So you are just
Okay.
going to give your email ID.
Okay.
You want to transform the data, like you need to get
Mm.
your user ID based on your
Mm.
email address.
Okay.
What it will do
Okay.
is something like it will remove that at the rate gmail.com from your email address, and it will generate your username.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Those are
Okay.
all called the transformations. Like it will just substring your string whatever given.
Okay.
It will place like if suppose anything play found out as at the rate, it will just
Mm.
remove whatever elements after at the rate, and then give you the
Mm-hmm.
username.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
So these are all things will be used for transformations. And also few more things is something like, you will not enter the inform each and every time. If suppose you are changing your password, you are not going to enter the information when you are changing the password, right? The transform, what it will does is like, whenever you do an update to whenever you update your password, it will just collect your information. It will just append another column called modify date, and then while loading, it will update your modified date in the database. Okay. Hello. Hello. Manoj, are you there?
Disconnecting. I don't know why.
Okay. Manoj, it's from your end or from my end? Like anything
I
from my
don't know,
end,
sir.
it's getting disconnected, or from your end?
I'm also not. This time from my end only, sir. First time I don't know. This time from my end only.
Okay, okay, fine, Manoj. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go through it. Like in ETL, right? Few more examples for you with the transform is something like, each time you update your password, right? Like when you are trying to update your password. Hello. I think you are again lost, Manoj.
Hello.
Yeah, Manoj, I can hear now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wi-Fi issue only, sir. I have connected through mobile. No issues.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Yeah, Manoj. The other example, few more examples with
Okay,
transformation in
okay,
ETL is like whenever you're trying to update your password, right? You will not
okay.
give some information about when you are updating it or what date you are updating it, right? So what the transformations will hold is
Yes, yes.
something like it will have few more columns called created on, modified on, and those things will hold information
Mm,
about when you have created your account and when you have changed your password, and those updates will go into the
mm.
database, and it will just consist in your data warehouse.
Okay.
Okay, data warehouse is something like which will store all type of information in different type of databases. For example, if you have a
Okay.
database called SQL, you may have
Mm,
different type of database, right? For example, I have a
mm,
database called A, which will hold information about customer.
mm,
I will have one more
mm,
database called B, which will hold information about my clients.
mm,
And I'll have some other database as
mm,
C, which will hold information about my employees and employee salary details. I'll
mm,
have different databases.
mm,
So all databases
mm.
consisting in particular place is called as data warehouse.
Okay, okay.
Okay, that is where what it will happen is it will just store information and send information and load it in your database. Earlier in modern data
Mm,
architectures, right? Few companies have
mm,
been using their company space. They will just create some company space, hold some GBs and terabytes of memory in their own space, and then they use it as a data warehouse. But what
okay.
what that was happening is something like if suppose any power issues or any heating issues happen, that databases is getting crashed. So that is where cloud
Mm,
came into a part, that they will manage you everything, that they will have different copies of everything so that your data will not get lost.
okay, okay.
Okay, this is about data warehouse. When we come to data marts is something like post you do your things, right? Once you get your data in data warehouse, like you can't give that data, like whatever data you had, right? For example, as we discussed earlier, this website tracking of searching a product tracking has been done by Amazon, right? Those are all done by
Mm,
data
yes.
marts. Okay, what this will
Mm,
exactly do
mm,
is like it will just classify your data, like whatever data you think it will
mm,
just classify your data, and it will search. Like
mm,
Manoj has been searched for this product, but he did not bought it. It will just
mm,
do some analysis and then do some external things, and then it will just give you an detailed report of what are all things, and then this detailed reports has been done by Power BI or some other tools we have, right? Through that
mm,
analytics thing we have done this. Post this, what you will get a message or of that, or if you are trying to use some other apps, you will get a display of that product. Those are all done by this data
mm,
mart. They will classify the data, they will check what are all things you are
mm.
searching for, and then they'll do it for marketing purpose and
Okay.
things financing purposes. And few more
Okay.
things list something like this data lake is something like it has been used for in this entire process, right? You cannot find
Mm,
how security will be managed. How do you think the security will be
okay.
managed? It's very much difficult
Yeah.
to manage
That,
the security, so that is where the data lake came up.
yes. Okay.
Data lakes will something like will hold all the log data, other data, and then it will give the security for your entire process, whatever you have seen right now.
Okay. Okay.
This is
Mm,
the modern data architecture which we have been using. Okay, so before
okay.
before
Okay.
modern data, right, in early 2010s and 2009s, each and every company is holding their data warehouse, data marts, and data lakes. And then cloud came up. Cloud was managing the data warehouse. Like cloud, what they will do is something like if you are trying to enter a data in any Azure or AWS or GCP, or even in
Mm,
IBM cloud, what it will do is like it will just hold the information in three different places in the world. Three or four different duplicate copies it will hold. if anything crashes in one of the data warehouse also, you will not get missed with the data, because it has been already duplicated and it has been the already it has been stored, right?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
So that is the thing with modern data architecture.
Mm.
Like
Okay.
let us think and let us go still deeper, like what are all this data zones will do, like what are all files we have,
Mm.
and what for consumers, what are all they will do. So these things will look into it in modern data,
Okay.
as well as right now they are doing it. Like earlier, right,
Okay.
we have this structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data, and we have this api
Mm.
data, iot data coming up from devices as well. So as you have already known, right, the structured data is something like it will have an correct exact structure.
Mm.
These things will get
Yes.
stored in sql and things. Okay, semi structure is
Mm.
something
Mm.
like you need to perform etl process and then store it in your sql databases.
Yes. Yes.
Unstructured is something
Yes.
like
Yes.
it is not possibly you need to store it in sql. It needs to be stored in some
Mm.
unstructured database first, and then you need to transform it and then store it in sql databases. You need to make it structured and store it in
Yes.
snowflake or some other databases.
Yes.
So
Yes.
when
Yes.
we
Yes.
when we come to data zones, right, like few people will use the raw
Mm.
data, like without any transformation, without
Mm.
any schema mappings, they use raw data. Few will do few of
Mm.
the diffuse transformation, like what are all we discussed, right, that username auto generations, password auto generations.
Mm.
Few people does it, right, they
Mm.
they does it for whatever
Mm.
information you give. Okay, and few people will do
Mm.
business mappings and master data and manual mappings and business hierarchies. They do it very very much very more transformations and then mappings they will do. And few people will do modeling the data, like machine learning algorithms will model the data, classify the data. They will just extract the data, like they will remove all the classifications they will do, and then they will use it. They will just
Okay.
firstly what it will happen is, it will have two types of area, like staging area and work area. Staging area is something like where we will do our etl processes, where the data comes and sits first, is called staging area.
Okay.
Post your data source coming in, your data will get sitting in staging area. And work area is something like where
Mm.
you do your transformations, and any specific team will be working for transformation and db things, right? That is where the work area comes up.
Yes.
And consumers are something
Mm.
like where you will see like reporting, right, about data visualization and power bi tools, where it will do reporting of, suppose for example, there are ten people is purchasing my product today, and tomorrow there is no any product purchased. So it will give me a report like on monday there are 10 people purchasing your product, on tuesday there is 0 people has been purchased your product, so don't display this product on tuesdays. It will give you an entire
Okay.
detailed report. And a few more data science applications, and for ai applications we have been using this. And few for query resolving also we use this consumer. Like consumers may have different type of queries, right, we need to resolve those things. So even for that we'll use this type of data zone transformations of data. Okay,
Okay.
is it fine,
Mm.
or
Okay.
anything, any doubts here?
Yes, sir. Fine.
Okay,
No. No.
yeah, fine. And earlier, right, as I said, the data lake, data warehouse, and data marts we have been checking, right? So if you see this part,
Yes. Yes.
this reference model work area staging area comes under data warehouse and data marts. However, this work area and staging area
Okay.
is a common between data lake, data mart, data warehouse. But raw and
Okay.
confirmed only comes under data lake. Reference and model will come in data warehouse and data marts. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the modern
Okay.
data architecture, whatever we have been following earlier until Snowflake comes into our thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Post Snowflake has come into our thing. What was happened is something like it is everything comes under one platform, one data copy, many workloads.
Okay.
Everything aligned in a single thing, because
Mm-hmm.
we have even we have Amazon RDS, we have Redshift, AWS Redshift. Those are all similar to Snowflake, but it's not Snowflake. It are all
Mm-hmm.
similar to Snowflake.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think Snowflake
Mm-hmm.
is one thing which is boomed in the industry, but other things does not boom that well.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay, the reason is because Snowflake is something like it is only one platform which will handle all the things. When you even see AWS Redshift, what it will does is something like it is a platform where you will have different things like if you need anything to store information on, you need any web application to see up, right? You need to see the data as a web
Mm,
application. You need to go and configure an EC2 instance, and then you need to just connect your AWS Redshift with that EC2 instance so that you can see a web page in your local host. That is how you host your
mm.
application. uh,
Okay,
so that is not the case in Snowflake. Once you create an account in Snowflake, you
okay,
can see a web application. You can play with your data. You don't want to go and wait for some other person, or you don't want to go and create some other any data information instances, or you don't want to spend for external resources to doing it. Okay.
okay. All the data will store.
Yeah, it will store in Snowflake. Yeah, because that is the
Okay,
reason, like whenever you're trying to sign up for Snowflake as a trial account, or as a business user, when you're becoming the Snowflake client, right, what it will happen is something like it will have these type of cloud resources like Google Cloud, AWS, Azure. You need to select on which cloud services you need to host your application, on which region you need to host it, and you need to control your security to which resources alone. Okay. That
okay,
is where Snowflake is a
okay.
biggest part, plays biggest part in the industry. Okay. So even here, if you see it,
Mm,
it accepts all the information from different type of data storings. And if suppose you want to do the ETL process from different place, like even in Snowflake, you can do few ETLs like using Python. You can do ETL and DLT processes. But suppose if you are trying to do, you have already been signed up with some other ETL tools called Metallion or Informatica. You want to do it from there itself. You can just connect that with Snowflake easily. It's very easy to connect both of them, and you can get the data. Okay.
okay,
And in
okay.
Snowflake, you can
Mm,
do data warehouse activities. It holds all the data in data warehouse, and it has data lake, and it access and data for best data engineering works like pipelining data between one source to different source, like scheduling data thing, like storing the data, rerunning the data, getting the client information. All these things comes under data engineering thing. And data exchange, it's something like you can exchange the data between your clients or some other person who is not within your industry as well. And data applications, you
mm,
can just use Snowflake from your phone as well, or from your computer. And you can share it with different people from different across any person. And it is also useful for data science, for machine learning, because algorithms as well, as it is very fast in computing.
okay.
Yeah. And when you come to data consumers, right, most of the people use it for data monetizations or money purposes things, and then they use it for reporting thing. And they use for real time analysis like machine learning, like Chat GPT, right? They do real time analysis, like what you want to write and thing. They do a real time analysis and give you the information. And ad hoc analysis is something like if you want any other extra information to be done from extracted from Snowflake, you can also do it, those things. So these are
Okay,
all the things with Snowflake Manoj. These are the things according to curriculum what I thought to cover up for today with respect to Snowflake.
okay,
So
okay.
as we have still 20 to 25 minutes left over for the session, like we'll go through this
Okay.
curriculum. Like we'll go through
Mm,
what are all things we are planning to go ahead, so that going forward,
okay.
even you can get to know like what are all needs to be, what are all we'll be covering. And so that it will be helpful for your in your future projects indoors as well.
Mm,
Yeah. And for today, I thought of as we'll have an introduction section, so I thought we'll cover up a little about Snowflake history and things. And I hope these things
okay.
you may be aware of earlier itself. You would have aware of these things, right? This data.
No, I don't know. I'm not this much of detail thing.
Okay. Okay.
Very basic only they covered, sir. When Snowflake history only they covered.
Okay.
Histories they told some Snowflake architecture, right? Layers.
Yeah, yeah, those things are there. Like we'll go at, even I'll cover about this architecture, like how that architecture is being done. I'll cover up those things as well. And for today, these are all the things, Manoj. Like if you're trying
Yeah.
in your organization, if anyone is coming up and asking you about data warehouse, data marts, because everyone will come and ask you what is a data warehouse, what is a data mart and
Yes.
data lake.
Yes.
Because it's, even if you jump into Snowflake, right, even in today's world, in Snowflake, if those are not available also. Sorry, Manoj, can't get you, your voice broke.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Even in today's modern architecture or live architectures, right, even we don't use that much of data warehouse and things. But earlier we have been using those, right? You need to have few information about it, what you're having. So that is the thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
anyone
Yes. Yes.
who comes up, right, they will ask you about what is data warehouse things.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the.
And also I need some this kind of like some interview kind of questions and answers, sir.
Mhm.
So what is data lake? What is data with the questions with the answers also.
No, yeah, Manoj. Like this is something and Snowflake over session. Like it is an overall Snowflake curriculum based session. Like if you need interview
Okay. Okay.
questions about Snowflake alone,
Mm,
you will get. However, you have many things you to cover up. You will get it in websites as well.
okay.
You
Okay.
have many websites to give you questions and answer type of things. But in documentation
Yes,
level,
sir.
I can't give you like these are the questions may be asked in interviews. I can give you a tip
Okay.
when
Okay.
I'm going through a concept. For
Okay.
example, suppose I'm going to sysadmin concept. If suppose you are trying to
Mm-hmm.
go for an interview in Snowflake as an admin role, you may get these questions. I can give you that alone, but I can't display you this may be the question, you will get it, or this will be the answer for it.
Yes. Yes. Sir.
So those things I can't cover up.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But with respect to at this
Okay.
place, I can give you an alert. Whenever covering a concept, I can
Okay.
give you
Okay.
an alert, like these are the things,
Okay.
like I said you right
Okay.
now, right? With for right now,
Yes.
whatever
Yes.
we
Yes.
covered, you may get few
Mm-hmm.
in whatever experience you have. You may get things about like what is data warehouse, data mart, data lake, what are OLTP and OLAP things. Like OLTP is something like transactional protocols, AP is something like analytical processings. So these are all things you will get up.
Mm-hmm.
And a few more things like
Mm-hmm.
how you will what is the process of ETL, what is the process of ELT, and what are all tools you
Mm-hmm.
have been used, or what are all tools you have explored in ETL and ELT processes. You may get few things about that as well when you go to interviews.
Okay.
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 So
Okay.
these are all the things with
Okay.
respect to introduction and history, whatever we covered right now, we may get on
Okay.
interviews.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think we have 15 minutes. I think we can cover the self registration, a few of the things, or I'll go through the curriculum first.
Okay.
Post this, how much time
Okay.
we have, we'll plan accordingly. We'll do it for today, or we'll go with.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Okay,
is
sir.
the first part we have covered today, Manoj. Like
Okay.
so you have also got few information about interview things as well in this session. What will we
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
get things. And for tomorrow,
Okay.
we will just cover this self registration, like what are all editions in Snowflake, what are all providers in Snowflake, what are all regions in Snowflake you can select, how you can manage your own thing, and how to create a trial account, how you can explore in Snowflake,
Mm-hmm.
what are all tags in Snowflake is available,
Okay.
and
Okay.
what are all roles available in Snowflake, and how you can create your first sysadmin user,
Okay. Okay.
and then what are all options available in Snowflake. We'll cover up those things, and then we'll go with architecture,
Okay.
like what is the architecture and what is the shared disk and shared nothing architecture, and then how Snowflake
Okay.
has been coming up with shared disk and shared nothing, both combining architecture and layers of Snowflake. We'll go through it, and
Okay.
then
Okay.
we'll just monitor between our legacy web UI, like classical
Mm-hmm.
UI. We have two types of Snow site, which is something, and a recent UI which we got. But earlier we have our
Okay.
classical web UI. We'll check
Okay.
how we need to use classical web UI, how we need to use Snowsite, and what are all information you can see
Okay.
in top bar and the worksheets and data profiling dashboards and things. What are all we can do it
Mm.
from there, and then we'll go through our Snowflake unique features like virtual warehousing,
Okay.
multi-clustering warehouses, time travel, how to clone a
Okay.
database, how to clone a
Okay.
table, how to share data,
Okay.
and then how to
Okay.
like what is the fail safe period and cross cross cloud replication
Mm.
things, and then how security and data protection is being enabled and then maintained in Snowflake. We'll check
Mm.
about these things as well. And then with respect to
Okay.
time travel itself, like how to use time travel in Snowflake, what are all the
Okay.
how many days time travel is available between different type of editions,
Mm.
and in which accounts you
Mm.
can use the time travel, in which accounts you can't use a time
Mm.
travel, like post dropping a table,
Okay.
how to undrop a database, or how to undrop a table schema, and what will
Okay.
be the
Okay.
cost for time travel, and these things will,
Okay.
and there are, and
Okay.
what are different type of tables in which we have time travel futures
Mm.
things we'll check. And then we'll check about this
Okay. Okay.
cloning options, what are all cloning options we have.
Mm.
And then we'll check
Mm.
about this account and container theories like columns and display describe objects, databases, schema, and types of tables things,
Mm.
and what are all stage objects, file format, sequence, integration, pipe objects,
Okay.
streams, task,
Okay.
how to create monitoring objects
Okay.
as well. And then we'll check about this bulk load, batch load, and data loading futures,
Okay.
and how to copy
Okay.
data from different external stages, internal stages from different places. And then we'll check about this
Okay.
continuous data loading, how we need to enable Snowpipe for continuous
Mm.
data loading, and then when we need to enable Snowpipe and how the cost will occur for us. And then external tables like
Okay.
creating tables and things from in different providers, and then you need to transfer the data. Maybe we may
Mm.
not look into like how to do it, like we can show
Mm.
you queries to do it, but
Mm.
we can't do it
Mm.
because for the reason why we can't do it, like we need to afford we need to create an external provide costly external provide. We don't have any free trial accounts where we can do
Mm.
external transfers. Okay, we need to have some other
Okay. Okay.
cost based accounts which will cost
Mm.
around $100 per month. So that is the reason we
Okay.
don't do it, but we'll show you how to do it, how to construct queries for it as well.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then virtual warehouse concepts, these are all things we'll share nothing, and then these things will like we will discuss earlier as well, but we'll not discuss about the
Mm.
pricings, how to auto scale it, how to increase the cluster,
Okay.
how performance needs to be
Okay.
monitored. These things will not discuss here. Those all things will cover up
Okay.
in between middle. And then we
Okay.
have this
Okay.
micro partitioning and clustering things. We'll check into those as well, and we'll create sharing accounts, data accounts. We'll check how data
Mm.
needs to be shared, and then how data will work. And then we'll work with
Mm.
streams, what are all streams, and then how to use stream plus task, and then how to work on it,
Mm.
and tasks, and what are all types of tasks, how to schedule a task, and what task we can create, and how to play with Snowflake procedure based task, and what are all limitations in task, and then how to
Mm.
combine these two, and we'll do a CDC merge statement, delta processing, and end-to-end data flow. We'll check how it will be done, and then we will try for role-based hierarchy in Snowflake, and we'll check at last. We'll check
Mm.
about Snowflake procedures, UDF views, how to create it, how to work on it, and then we have one more
Mm.
thing called information schema. There are many views in information schema, how to use it, like how we'll be doing it.
Mm.
So these are all things we'll cover up
Mm.
in Snowflake. We will go with hands-on. Mostly we will go with hands-on. It will
Mm.
not be like this, like only presentation part.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
From
Yes.
tomorrow,
Yes. Yes.
from
Mm.
tomorrow, mostly will be like in this thing alone. Like we will go with practical
Yeah.
things. Maybe few things like
Okay.
when we
Mm.
come with this unique features, you if you don't know about time travel, we will have some presentation type, or we'll go with the documentation itself, like instead of
Okay.
I preparing a documentation and you seeing it and having it, we will go with Snowflake documentation itself, so that even if you want to refer, you can go through the documentation
Yes,
future,
yes, yes.
because that is one thing
Okay,
which will not change, or which will be changed by Snowflake. That is the that will hold the
okay,
100% correct information.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. And at the end, sir, I need some complete project, like from start to end, some on live project or real time kind of
Uh,
on full project.
yeah, full project means something like, for example, like
Mm.
if you say an end-to-end project in Snowflake is something like, it's not like each and everything you can combine. Okay, you cannot
Okay.
combine an external table things, because as I said earlier, this external table we will cost high, so we will just construct new
Mm.
things, I said. So if suppose you want
Okay.
AWS connect with Snowflake, right, we can do it. But AWS,
Mm.
Azure, and Snowflake connect, it is not possible, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
So what, when we are going through this modules itself, I'll cover up like the this is the entire pipeline flow. This is one of the kind of project we can you may get it.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
it's not like an like whatever we have done in college earlier days. It's not like an entire project can be built in Snowflake itself. It's something like an, it is
Mm-hmm.
one of the SQL based tool, you can work on it. There are different kinds of projects coming in. We only covering a only one project and one type of kind will not help you, right? It will not help you in your future
Yes,
things
yes,
as well. It's something like
yes,
you
yes, yes.
need to understand each and every flow, like how data loading will be
Mm.
done, how pipelining will be built, how stored procedure CDC you
Mm.
can capture, how task and streams can be used as a pipeline for capturing the data. You need to know about things, right?
Yes, yes,
So it will be like,
yes,
it's
yes.
not an end to end project we will be doing at last. Okay, even if you go for
Mm-hmm.
some other things,
Mm-hmm.
right, what they will do is something like, they will just give you a project, you need to do it. Post you submit it, like we will check things. So that way only we can do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but I'll
Mm.
show you how to do things and how to things, and then we'll just have few homework and things, so that we can check on it.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Regarding the ETL tools and all, sir, how working in ETL tool.
I think this is only for Snowflake, I hope. This curriculum was built in only for Snowflake. We'll not cover any ETL tools here. Any
Okay,
deep dive in
okay.
ETL tools will not cover, because this course is for Snowflake. Snowflake deep dive is course content. This is the curriculum I showed. We'll connect with ETL, like how to connect an ETL tool with Snowflake, I'll show you.
Yeah, yeah, that's all.
That I can show you,
Okay,
but
that's all.
but
Mm.
entire ETL deep dive I can't do it. That's what I said, because that is not in
Okay,
curriculum. I will not get it in the curriculum.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Suppose if we if any project assigned, if they ask anything regarding the ETL tonight, it's very difficult to answer, right? For me, that's all.
Yeah, if you need to learn ETL, right, then it's something, and another scope again. Like if you
Mm-hmm.
check with Informatica, right, it is a biggest path again. Like you will have different type of objects in it, you will have different type of futures in it. You need to explore things in it, and you need to learn it. If you go with Matillion also, it is also
Mm-hmm.
something like that only. Different type of ETL tool, you need to
Okay,
merge it and things. Okay, there are different type of
okay,
things. There are not only, there are SAP BODS, one of the ETL tool. You will use it.
okay,
Yeah, there are
okay.
many ways. Even in Python, we use ELT processors, ETL tools. So it's not only
Mm.
one.
But as of now, in Suno, we can learn how to connect with the ETL. That is enough
Yeah,
as
that,
of now,
yeah. With
right?
respect to this course curriculum, I can show you how we can connect things, because
Mm-hmm.
deep diving into ETL will not come into this course curriculum things, right?
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Okay. So, if for a Snowflake developer, what are all the things they will expect actually for interviewer
Mm,
at any
yeah.
company? If we say the Snowflake developer, na, they like we should know the complete process of ETL tool, right? Like, or we don't know.
Actually, right, it's based on the experience you have in Snowflake. They expect things. Okay. Firstly, right,
Okay.
if you
Okay.
are trying to put 1 year of experience in Snowflake, they will look whether you are very able to use Snowflake. You are really able to know what are all things in Snowflake. You know how to like how to play with those futures in Snowflake. Like those things they will expect.
Okay. Okay.
But when you
Okay.
have, when you
Okay.
say that 3 years of experience or 4 years of experience, they will ask you like how
Mm.
will you connect Snowflake with some other external applications, how will you use ETL inside Snowflake, how will you use ELT inside Snowflake, how will you use Python with
Mm.
Snowflake, how will you use different applications with Snowflake. Like it doesn't mean like ELT. If for example, right, there are thousands, billions of millions of clients in for Snowflake itself, right? Many companies have different
Mm.
type of
Mm.
clients in Snowflake itself. Each and every
Yes.
client
Yes.
doesn't use a single type of ELT or ETL process. They use different type. One of the application
Okay.
use Python for ELT process. Few
Mm.
companies use Informatica.
Mm.
Few companies use Metallion. You can't go and learn each and every tool, right? That's not very easy to learn
Mm.
each and every tool and go for an interview. It's up to the based
Mm.
on your interview, like you interview job description, whatever you are applying. You need to know things what are all there in it.
Mm. Okay.
If not that tool, right,
Okay.
if suppose you don't know Matillion, but if you know Informatica, it's fine. You can easily jump into Matillion. That's a very easy common thing each and everyone
Mm.
can do.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, Manoj. Yeah.